Oh yeah. Actually, go do I go.
The hodo.
Patches gahe go samar dahi jer sal so chang jer den ngem here what did to su the raj the home do the chekar se go trola no do. Cho dahi jer ne ti ya jo yora hongol te ma chang khie den.
Metal biro.
Billy, do you remember which part is very difficult to?
It was just the last.
Did you get the flower part?
Flower part is that.
It was the entire last section that she was about to translate.
Oh, can you hear from Billy speaking?
It was the entire last section
No.
that didn't get translated, Ina.
Okay, so just the whole thing. Okay. Okay. Alright, so then the flower, I think. Yeah, so can I start now or?
Yes, please,
Yes?
we're live.
Okay, all right. So for example, if I'm looking at a flower, then it is the direct cognition of my eye sense power that is perceiving the flower. And that perception of the flower is a valid cognition in the general sense, but it's not a valid sense from the perspective. So what is the difference between my eye sense power, or sense consciousness, and with so when I look at the flower, I see the flower shape and color. And in order to understand the flower's impermanent nature, I would have to engage in a conceptual thought that reflects upon its impermanent nature. Or I close my eyes and begin to reflect. So basically what happens is that there is some thought process going on in the mind, oh, this is impermanent, and so on. And so this is different than in the mind of the Buddha. So in my mind, it is a conceptual process that comprehends the impermanent nature of the flower. For the Buddha's omniscient wisdom, it is an instantaneous knowledge upon seeing the flower, then direct knowledge of its ultimate nature, which is emptiness. So this is how the Buddha understands this is omniscient wisdom. No, I don't hear anything. Do you hear me?
Yes. Do you finish?
You're already talking or not? I'm finished.
Oh, I see. Oh, yeah. 다시 해놓은 다시 해놓으라.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. 다 간단한 가시에 글랍드 대 제마히 바데 근데 인라 주바 자진라고 당 드라리 라고 요리스 줄로 인다라 각바 자진라고 라고 요리스 근데 대 말이 손직된 순간 그때 제마때게 실내조데 동반이 그 동다 띵크 요리스 Tini te kore ke namder ke tsema namder ke long chang ne chuji taba ganze be namder ke long chang ne tena kare song yur sina gang ke sta ganza gang kerwa ngubo nam je nas ngubo tam je la ta hi je ndu sir be ta hi je ndu teni tenes ta ngubo nature te la nes tengu mis ta ngarang so ke gang nang do wa ke nam do gro ta ya bana yin yo maris Gang Senas, Jumsin Gang Sena, Teda Tamchelas, Gang Sena, Tedalas, Jikten Dumaran Yimi, Sita under Jigran Yintoya, Madru, Dumaran Yintoya, Madru, that dimple Madru Barida, Senaco, Maronsoke, Be, Counter Nelo, Jachimbo Tingo, you're a chuk Nelo Tungani, Tetingo, you sound, then Yina, take the cheesy Samjo Maris, Chulo yin la gaba jazin samares.
And so there are some who say that valid knowledge is merely refutation of other tenet systems. But Jikten says it's not a function of valid knowledge, is that it reveals true reality. So that is, it reveals emptiness. Then in another text by Chandra Kirti, called the Pramana Vartika, or the complete commentary to valid knowledge, and there it says, if one thoroughly analyzes anything, in truth, there is no thing. So if we really analyze something, then it turns out that things do not exist the way we thought they are. And then why is this so? There exists within them no natures, nothing exists as either one or as many. Everything lacks inherent existence. So this shows that valid knowledge indeed does reveal the vast ultimate nature, the empty nature of all phenomena, and therefore it is not merely a refutation of other tenet systems.
Oh yeah. Ta deo the dorji song job je ba de ro de la tumtan zimba tam je ranju ba so. Dan dal yin ke yitsola yin matek bala ta matek bala so ba ke tumta tam je la ta che zo lo ta dang ro je yo ro ta Tene ta ngarang nangba yinba na tene ji zhengda de ya bo lo zhe ya no ji yongku yo res ta ko la bo lo ji wang sen dan Jikten sung gung zi de zhengtan zin ba tan ji rang ju ba song gang da yang ngarang so su zhengta de ya bo yin ju ju de ya bo yin san ben zin ba din zin an te de yu ni zong de Tene ta tumta de gang tar yang metek ba tumta nang yi cha no yoris da de kapso gangza la tune song yo yora gangza so so ke tene o ngak chuju de ngak tumta de yak po yin ka tumta de yak po mari sam betanda ke zangi kin zimba che u chan zong de tene so so la ju la ta gang tar tanzin dinzin de sun zimba de so Bang ta mi zang, den de ke da tumta de tumta rang ju ba cha lo ge yo so.
And then we come to Vajra statement 18, that says, all upholders of tenets are own tradition holders. And so that is in response to people who claim that refutation of the various tenets is unnecessary vis-a-vis Indian non-Buddhists and so forth. It is asserted by others that vis-a-vis Diptikas or non-Buddhist philosophers, it is good for Buddhist philosophers to uphold the tenet system. And the Jikten says that when there is a holding, a grasping of tenets, one is an own tradition holder, or holding your own tenets as well to be good, and cling to that reality and that it is superior. And once there is such clinging fixation, in fact, the one lineage that you're upholding becomes actually really a non-Buddhist view or lineage. And so this is now speaking from the perspective of one individual. One individual, a person who says that my tenet system or my lineage is good and another one is bad. So once there is in a person's mind this grasping at good and bad, the mind is clinging to a self and is holding on to a true existence. So one has not been able to abandon that from one's mind stream, and so one becomes an own tradition holder, means that one's own tradition then it becomes ordinary.
Kantar ying tuntala dan duzo ge takpa keling yuri berna da takpa keling yuri and duze tamje mata pa keling yo mare tani tela sopa ke nam yate hiene tani ta soso ke surkha kondu soso ke tunta tyang yakori de zangbori santanda kinzimba yo chan zongde tani Tenzin de la Tarto Yomaris. Tenzin de la Mandab Jimsin Conresena, then a dancing to Yoris. Dancing to Unizonte, then a Dawatapake, Pardin Dawatapake, Woman Jupanana. Tambo nga hi dala hinjurjin, Sonrua, Tambo nga, Sandetini dala hin. Then it dag and the his, Tambo take a Kanzak datinga, Tambo nga, she dala hinjurjin. Teni dagan de shingula Kyobpa zonde teni de ngake semde chuji danzin de tina ta de da danzin ni de chingni zonde teni tumta yanda chato ku yomaris.
For example, we say about other tenets or philosophical systems. We say that they assert that things possess a permanent existence, and they do not accept that all compounded phenomena are impermanent by nature. But then, even though we say that about them, when we look inside ourselves, we still find a grasping thought of my philosophical perspective is the correct one. So there is still grasping in the mind, and when there's grasping in the mind, one is not free from holding things to truly exist. And if one is not free from that, because one isn't free from that, there's self-grasping. So it's because of self-grasping that one isn't free of that. And for as long as there's self-grasping, there's another text now by, another quote by Chandrakirti in the Mahayana Sutra Alankara. And so to the ornament of the Mahayana Sutra, and there it says, in that way, to fix in the absence of the self, which is the absolute truth, all phenomena as the self that is emptiness is only taught to be a fault. So there is this grasping of a self. So me, I, and then mine, I and mine, and so that is the grasping at a self within phenomena. So all phenomena as the self, grasping all phenomena as the self. And for this reason, it is not one's viewpoint, one's philosophical tenet is not authentic.
Tandi kapsan the son yamni le jarne the song go zang aran so ga nyamni so so ranju le charja go yore on drugong pe na chon drugong ta be na on drugong salang jumtha la te yore te yo mare tanda tap che ma je ba che so so ranju la charja ne ngak ju la o ta drugong sang ke jumtha di yak hyuin yin ge jumtha so ya po mari sam zimba chi indos ta de dan zimba chi una Tan Drugong Trumta Zenari Chuju Tabate Susuju Danze the Dinzi Papanzi la ta Jikten Sungo Kiteta Bache Minga the Tin Waji Rite Ting around so get a pichu lopando tang me tola Jurana Yinchine Tene Tadache Swaina Tene Deke Yomari Tenda in Zata around the Namjun Yamni Gore Sond Ta Susu Ger Susuke Jula Sertane Tene Landerchi Goyore.
And so now here, this is really also in order for us to apply that to our own mind stream and practice with that. And so for that, we need to look at our own mind. So here we shouldn't just see it as some like a mental analysis where we are saying that, oh, this is what the Drigung Kagyu philosophical viewpoint asserts, and this is what it doesn't assert, and so on. So we shouldn't analyze in this way, actually, but rather apply this to our own mind stream. And, for example, ask yourself, is there grasping in my mind that thinks, oh, the Drigung Kagyu philosophical viewpoint is superior and other ones are wrong, and so on? If there is such a grasping in the mind, then there still is fixation. And so the teaching here are given in order, like Jikten Sumgön, these instructions are given by Jikten Sumgön in order for us to abandon self-grasping and our grasping at a true reality. But if we are using these instructions in the wrong way, then medicine becomes poison, and that's not helpful. So therefore, when we listen to these instructions, then what we should do is actually apply that in a practical sense onto our mind stream and really like engage in practice and do what needs to be done and give up what needs to be given up.
Tani jatsa sambang gombogan dode jina na son yoris dode jina na kare son yoris na de tar chu nang tamje ne se ta sanji gu chu tamje dami tam beton de na se dami beton de tin yon baris dami topar sa be chi tin yon baris tan de dami topar sa be chi de tin yon ba tin yon yin de la toni dad mi pa ne ni par he pa khona o son do ta tongba ni ze de yapori san zin ba je tene ta che tongba ni la tanda ka tol che che zo glo tela che zang ta ro che lo long ne tene tongba ni ze de yapori tene toni ma yin ba tham ne duk cha ri san ta zang ni kin zin ba je yu na ta te no ri so ni par che pa khona o sin ni zong ga jar na
we seem to have lost Ina. She's back. Wait, hold on. She was about to say.
Hello?
Hello.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, now sorry, I didn't hear anything.
Yeah.
Chicken como.
Oh, nghe yang cho lão.
Oh, yeah, no.
Tani da kantar tara jatsap sambang gumbo ke ndode jin song yores. Kare song yores na datar chunam tamje ne sa das sanje tamje ke chujung kolo ko yobe chu tamje ne. Dami tampa tong de nas dami ba chi de dami tobe chi de ting yong ba res toni dat mi panes ta dina ke pena tong ba ni ta be chi la o ta ya po ri san zim ba hin ba chak ba ta na chi song ai na teni ni par he ba ko na o ste de no thari song ares.
Okay. So, can you hear me right? So then, Maitreya also said in the Mahayana Sutra Lankara, the ornament of the Mahayana Sutra, so all phenomena. And so what the Buddha revealed is all dharmas are revealed in order to realize selflessness or emptiness. And if there is a grasping in the mind, for example, of this is good, if there is such a fixation or grasping thought in the mind, then that is mistaken.
Oh, teni te ana yinke ndo na kare song do sena karpa sewa chutam sung je jang karpa sewa la chutam sung ani na yang yuren to something gom che chan da yuren bo la something gom ba yin na yang da nin tan de na mahina se da yang da ba ta de mahina so de yang da ba ta se du zangi chadang gen zen ban da chor ma ta ba yin na tin ban da la de da lo yu min ta tin ban de ke ne tang ne long ne de ha ko ta mi ba ri song do.
Also in the sutras it is said that even if one who has practiced discipline for millions of aeons and has practiced meditative equipoise for such a long time, if one doesn't understand the true essential nature, so if one still grasps at good and bad and develops thoughts of attachment and aversion, if one has not liberated these thoughts, then one still has not truly understood the actual nature of the teachings.
Tan tar de na do yo na ngak tum ta de yapuri sam ying tum ta de dukjare sam ne ta tan zin ba ji wu chen zu de matik shi ba de su sem nang la yore sen ta te song ko yore matik shi ba de su sem nang na yu na teni ngarang zo ke sanje ke chu ke ne long tar to ba de to ta yo mare sen da te song do.
So in brief, what is it?
maybe tea break for 5 minutes.
So at this point in time, since we're having so many technical difficulties, we are going to take a tea break for 15 minutes and try to get this sorted out, and we will see you back as soon as we possibly can. Thank you so much.